What is up, YouTube? I'm Laura, and you're watching Atomic News. And it's been a little while since I did a live stream. I feel like this is what I always say, but it's true. It's been a couple weeks. But I felt today of all days was definitely a day that I needed to do a live stream. I'm in my bed right now, so it is kind of like fuzzy and a little bit dark, so I apologize. My studio where I used to do my streams is currently taken by who has moved back in. So I figure I'd give her some peace and just sit here in bed and kind of just talk to you guys. It's been a while since we've talked about the border. But hey, Frank, how's it going? Yeah, I am back right now. As soon as I did hear about this new migrant caravan, like last week, when it became more public, and I said, well, here we go. It's time to reignite the Atomic News, the original reason Atomic News started, and that was covering the border. And I have this really big feeling right now. Hey, Margot, how's it going? Do you plan on starting doing more content here? Yes, Frank, yes. I'm having some issues with the back of my head again. You guys know I had that surgery in the back of my head a couple years ago. But I do fully intend to jump on board. Rhodey, you can't say things like that in here. Come on. I can't post that. I don't know how it's pronounced, but Roddy said we should pew pew as they come over the border, if that makes sense. Even though we like to think those things, they don't let us say that on YouTube, and you know how we are all so heavily censored as conservatives. I did lay low. Really low. In fact, I canceled my Twitter account over the whole censorship. I could reactivate it if I want. I have a personal Twitter, but I took down the Atomic News for now, at least until I see Donald Trump returns to the platform. Otherwise, I have no desire to look at that. I did cancel my Amazon Prime, and I have not yet taken on my Facebook. I don't think I'm going to take down my Facebook. I know some people have jumped ship on Facebook, but anyway, back to the subject. I figured now is the time to reignite Atomic News because this is what I built my channel on, is covering the border. And I know you guys were wondering what I was gonna say and what I was gonna do. I know some of you were really waiting. I got messages on Facebook because some of you are on my Facebook. So I said, you know what, they're right. I know they're waiting for me. They're waiting for me to come on and talk about this migrant caravan. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if you are new here, welcome. This is Atomic News. I love to cover the border and everything going on in the border. I do live in Arizona. I am hop, skip, and a jump away from the border now. I used to be in Illinois, but yeah, I plan to get back on that border. And I'll probably, hopefully, be able to do something with Jen from AZ Patriots. She kind of has to lay low right now because of some stuff going on. So you haven't probably seen a lot of them, a lot of the AZ Patriot people. You know, I'm not a part of their group. We just sometimes do things together. But they're having to lay low for some, you know, conservative bullshit censorship. And stuff. So I'm hoping that she and I can trek down to the border in a couple months when it's maybe not. It gets cold down there, so I don't want it to be quite so cold. And then hopefully she can trek down there with me because I don't like going down there by myself. And Mr. Atomic can sometimes go and then sometimes not. So anyway, hey Kevin, how you been? Good to see ya. Trap Vision said, "Did Trump win? What? Did Trump win what?" Yeah, Trump won, but, you know, all this shit happened and, you know, cheating. Did anybody watch the inauguration today? Not me. Not me. If you watched the inauguration, I want you to type 1 in the chat. If you did not watch it, I want you to type 2 in the chat room, okay? I'm just curious who did watch it. Maybe some of you watched it just for shits and giggles. I don't know. So anyway, let's talk about this border caravan. Okay, good. All right, good. I wasn't gonna watch it either. So this article that I've got right here is I've got a couple things. I've got some videos too, but I'm not gonna actually hook the video into the screen until I stream from the studio area. That's gonna have to be not tonight. But I'm gonna do it old school and play you a video on the phone. I know you guys hate that, but at least I can show it to you of how they're behaving already as they're coming up, because it's ridiculous. It's the same thing, busting through checkpoints and feeling like they're entitled to America. Are you guys ready to be baby mama and baby daddy? You guys ready again? Because they're coming. Oh yeah. So this is a Fox News article. Migrant Caravan members cites Biden's pledge to suspend deportations for 100 days as reason for traveling to the U.S. So I don't know when he said this, because I haven't found any article that attaches him to saying this, but it sounds like something he would say. He likes that number, 100. He wants, that mask mandate for the first 100 days. Deportation. He wants to hold deportations for 100 days. It's probably the only number he can remember. So, a migrant traveling with a caravan that left Honduras on Friday told a reporter he has headed to the U.S. because soon-to-be President Joe Biden is giving us 100 days to get to the U.S. Interesting. Now let's think about it. He's giving us 100 days to get to the U.S. So what bullshit information are they getting down there? Because he definitely didn't say you have 100 days to get up here and then that's it. No, he didn't say that. No. That's just what they think. Okay, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. I wonder if they're going to put the kids in cages, because the cages came from the Obama era. That's when they were built. That's when they were created, and he was VP then. So is he going to put them in cages? And is the left, like the squad, are they really, really going to be okay now? Do you think they'll probably be okay with putting kids in cages? I just have this feeling. I don't know. I just do, because they flip on everything. The left are total hypocrites. The biggest hypocrites that walk the planet are leftists in the U.S., okay? The migrant seen in an interview shared by The Hill did not provide his name, but said he was from, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a city called Roatan. I don't know. A tourist island off the northern coast of Honduras. Okay? However, you guys know I'm bad with names. You guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you hit the like button. Thanks, guys. He appeared to be citing Biden's pledge to place a 100-day hold on deportations, one of several items on his agenda that will reverse some of Donald Trump's signature policies. The migrant told a reporter he was fleeing a bad situation that was made worse by the coronavirus pandemic, hurricanes, and a president who is not helping the people. Okay, let's talk about that paragraph right there. Coronavirus pandemic. Why would we want to be letting illegals in over the border right now during coronavirus? Do you guys remember 2 years ago? Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where I posted all those videos of people coming over the border with their kids, and they were every single video, they were coughing the whole way through the video. That's all you can hear in some of them is coughing, because they're all sick. They all would come over with the flu or some sort of cold or something like that. Now we've got coronavirus in the mix, and so do you think they're going to be wearing a mask out in the desert? No, that's a no. No, they're not. And do you think they're wearing masks all the way up through all these countries? No, probably not. So are they going to come here sick with coronavirus? Probably so. And then guess who's going to have to pay for it? Guess who's baby mama and baby daddy, you guys? Baby mama and baby daddy are going to have to, America is going to be paying for these people to get treated for coronavirus. And then the ones that get through the border and get by without getting stopped by Border Patrol are being going to be easily in the population, unchecked, untreated, and then boom, here we go. Imagine that spider web and how that webs out. Think about it. That could ruin us, okay? And I'm going to be selfish for a minute because I deserve to be selfish. I work hard, okay? I made a lot of money last year, not from YouTube because we all know I'm not monetized anymore. But I worked really hard last year at my job and I made a lot of good money, all right? I don't want to be paying for these people. No. I'm going to be a little selfish. I don't want to take care of them. We have our own people to take care of. Call me crazy. I don't know. But it's not my job to take care of some dude and his family thousands of miles away. It's not my job. Unless I choose to. If I want to donate to a charity, donate to a cause, whatever. That's my choice, though, because what? I'm an American. That's how it works here. So, when asked what he wanted for his people, the migrant said it was to get to the U.S. because they're having a new president. Right, because they all figured out. You guys notice how the migrant caravans just like stopped. Like they were still having people cross the border, but it wasn't these huge caravans anymore that just kept coming and coming and coming. The border just died for a while, and that was good. That was good for us. Why? Because Donald Trump put his foot down and said, nope, and build the wall. Okay. He's going to help all of us. That's what this migrant said. President Biden is going to help us all. No. He's not paying for it. America's paying for it. The migrant said he's giving us 100 days. We already talked about that. I already said that. Sorry. So Biden has promised a pathway to legal permanent residency for those in the country illegally and a suspension on deportations by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, aka ICE. But the migrants who arrive at the U.S. border within the first 100 days of the new Biden administration will likely be disappointed. Because the truth is, Biden doesn't want them here. Okay, he doesn't. But he's going to get pushed from the left, the squad, and these radical leftists to let them in. He's so old man that he'll just, okay. And he'll just do what he's told because that's what he is. He's a puppet. Yes, you're correct, Pamela. Our grandchildren will be paying for it. Fake. Yes, that's a good point, East. They also have fake COVID false paperwork, right? If they can produce false IDs and false birth certificates and false information, of course they're going to have false COVID documentation. They absolutely will. If I went out to the border, I bet you I could probably find some paperwork in regards to that because they just toss their shit there in the desert. They really do. They bring a change of clothes. They leave their dirty clothes behind and they litter our desert on the border. They trash the Arizona desert. I don't know what they do in other states, but the Arizona border, it gets trashed. Okay. You find earbuds, you find empty medication wrappers, you find empty condom wrappers, you find dirty clothes, underwear, babies, diapers, like disgusting shit. I'm like, it's disgusting. So, and then they have plane tickets because some of them flew to the border, nearest airport on the border. They'd fly there and then have somebody drive them right up to the border, and then they'd walk across. True. Absolutely true. They do. Especially the Brazilians, okay? Because the Brazilians actually have some money, whereas like Honduras and Guatemala, they don't, okay? But if they came from Brazil, you guys remember the videos of those guys rolling up in their fanciest clothes or like their Sunday best and their cowboy boots, their cowboy hats, their leather jackets, and they're the ones that were rolling their suitcases behind them. Yeah, those are the ones that would discard their plane tickets in the Arizona desert before they came over the border, okay, or even in New Mexico. So, where did I leave off? On Sunday, an unnamed Biden transition official said the migrants hoping to claim asylum in the U.S. during the first few weeks of the administration need to understand they are not going to be able to come to the U.S. immediately. So where are they going to put them? Mexico, are you on board with that? Probably not. Mexico is going to start getting pissed that they are having to. Sorry, I'm getting a notification here. It's doing something wonky. Mexico is going to be stuck with them for what, 100 days? That's going to blow over like a fart in church. Yeah. So the Biden transition official told NBC News that while there's help on the way, now is not the time to make the journey. Yeah, you can come, just not right now. Sure, you think they're really going to listen to that? No, they're not going to listen to that. They What are they going to do? Turn around and say, sorry, you have to go back? We couldn't even fully do that under Trump. To a certain extent we could, but not fully. And how many children do you think are going to get trafficked again? You guys remember? All the kids that were trafficked because that was their golden ticket. That was their ticket to get over the border. All that child trafficking is going to start up again. So I said if Biden became president, this would happen. Thomas Homan, if I'm saying that right, former acting director of ICE, told Fox News. The things he said, the promises that he made, like ending the Remain in Mexico program, he wants to end that, okay? And getting rid of private detention, putting a hold on deportations, stopping ICE from doing work site enforcement operations, offering free health care. When you throw those kinds of enticements out, who's not going to come to the greatest country on earth? Like, we literally just handed them a gold trimmed invitation to some fancy party that said, hey, why don't you come over? Because we're going to give you this. That's pretty much what it is right now. I briefed the White House numerous times on what's causing the surges. So he knew by throwing all those promises out to cater to the left to win the election, he put his own political ambitions ahead of the country, which is absolutely true. Biden doesn't know what he's doing. The man can't even make a complete sentence. It's, God, he is the biggest joke ever. The true president right now is Kamala Harris. And I know it's supposed to be Kamala or whatever, but Kamala, I don't care. That's how I say it. And I think it's going to get out of control crazy. Out of control crazy is what I think is going to happen as far as people coming over the border. And I have this feeling, I just have this feeling, call me crazy again, that he's going to appreciate that wall. That he's going to be like, oh, thank God for that wall, because I think they're going to start coming over in droves again, like they were, back in 2017. Yeah, and into 2018, really. They're already on their way. They're not going to wait in Mexico. They're going to try to come across the border sooner or later. Even if they do gather up in Mexico City, Biden is going to open the floodgates. So that's what they think. That's why they're coming. Pueblos Sin Fronteras, a migrant rights group, issued a statement on behalf of the caravan saying it expects the Biden administration to take action. What kind of action? The group is expected to hold a virtual press conference in Tijuana Tuesday afternoon, where they will call on the incoming administration to reverse President Trump's policies and immediately allow asylum seekers to continue the asylum process in the U.S. In a statement released Monday, the group said Trump's Remain in Mexico policy, which compels migrants seeking asylum in the U.S. to wait in Mexico while their case is being reviewed, they're basically saying it sucks. Let's see. So Pueblo Sin Fronteras said in Tuesday's press conference it will release a petition for the Biden administration. Items on the list include a demand. A demand? A demand? Where do you get off thinking you can demand anything from the U.S.? Including a demand the U.S. border be open to people who are seeking asylum. Okay, again, here comes that definition of an asylum. Okay, the whole entire Central America would be coming up to the U.S. seeking asylum under their definition. Okay, let's see here. La, la, la. And that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I want to show you guys a video real quick if I can find it. I got to go down to my list here. Guatemalan. This is from Breitbart. It's Guatemalan security forces push migrant caravan back. Let me see if I can get this video up here. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Oh, come on. Let's see. Okay, look at this. Hold on. Is it not starting? There we go. Look how huge it is. Look at all those people. Look at that. And if I remember right, they actually get past them. And I don't like this video. Hold on, let me find a different video. I don't like that video. It's not showing very good. Give me a hot minute here. I really should be like linked in through like the feed here, but here it is. This is good. Look at them fight, and they're trying to their I guess equivalent to their National Guard or whatever it is trying to stop them. I mean, look at all those people. They're pushing their way through. This is what they're going to do when they get to the U.S. So they basically used wooden batons on them, and it was like a big mosh pit fight. That's insane. That's crazy. And this is what's coming for us. And how many MS-13 gang people do you think are going to be in these, hop on these, caravans again? And I'm trying to I'm trying to make this bigger. I'm trying to see if some of them are wearing masks. For the most part, they're wearing masks. But here's the thing, okay? They're in poverty. They're fleeing poverty. There's a couple without a mask. How many of these people do you think are going to be reusing their masks over and over and over their whole way up here, day after day, because they don't have any money? So unless some charity or whatever starts handing out masks for free along the way, they're going to be, by the time they get here, they're not going to have masks. So they're going to be nasty and disgusting and dirty. And that's going to cause upper respiratory, bronchitis, all that kind of, ugh. It's like wearing your underwear on your face. It's disgusting. Okay. And then they're going to get here. They're going to be sick, and we're going to have to treat them. Phoenix has a whole bunch of tents they can borrow. They can all, and what if it gets really, really bad, like really bad COVID, and they have to fly them to a hospital, to the ICU? Then we're going to have illegal immigrants taking up our bed space again in hospitals. And do you remember way back when those caravans came? They had priority over U.S. Like if Border Patrol or ICE, they brought in somebody that was sick that needed to be treated, they got the red carpet and they got to cut the line, and they didn't pay that bill. They don't ever have to pay that bill. We have to pay that bill through our taxes. So that's what's coming, you guys. Oh, here's more. Here's another video. Hold on.
This group of several thousand Honduran migrants now in Guatemala have been walking for weeks. Some of them clashed with Guatemalan police as authorities tried to push them back towards the border, but with little effect.
Check that out. Look at how they're behaving. They're gonna bring that up here, and we're gonna be a third world country. We're gonna end up being a third world country because we just let them pile in. It's disgusting. So Biden wants to open up, a plan to citizenship, to, for all the people that are here illegally already, to 8 years be legal citizens. I don't know what all those terms look like. I heard a little bit on the radio when I was in the car this morning. Mr. Atomic always, whenever he takes my car, he flips it over to AM, some conservative station, and so it just happened to be on, and I was listening. But something about work visas, and then after 5 years you can apply for citizenship, or I don't know what it is, something like that. But I've always kind of been okay with them as long as there's a path to citizenship, that they need to work for it. Okay, they need to be employed, paying taxes, and acting like they're American citizens, or get the hell out. Okay, no mooching, no, it's like, okay, I don't even want to give them anything for 30 days. Okay, I don't even want to give them any food or medical care or anything for 30 days. Like unless they are a legal citizen, they shouldn't be getting those things. Period. Like, you should work for 8 years like any other American, and then then I'm okay with them being legal citizens. But not while they're on welfare and getting their health care and getting their food stamps. Where's mine? I'd like some free stuff. I busted my ass in 2020 for all my money, and now I'm paying for it, unfortunately, because I am having problems with my head again. But yeah, you guys ready? You guys ready for this ride? Because it's going to happen. They're going to keep coming and keep coming, and the left is going to put their foot in their mouth, and we're just going to sit back here and laugh, because they're going to be suddenly okay with putting kids in cages, and they're going to suddenly be okay with denying them at the border, and suddenly they're going to be okay with that border wall. And Biden is not going to tear down the wall. He's not going to tear it down. There's no way. Not if they keep coming in droves like this, because the border states, we have armed militias. Okay, we do. We have armed militias, and they're going to get out there. And just as Mr. Atomic said, SHTF on the border. And guess what? You're going to get this border situation thrown right back in your lap again, when it could have been solved if everybody had listened to Donald Trump. Yep, that's the truth. So how many of you guys thought that something was going to happen in DC today? If you did, type 1 into the chat. If you thought nothing was going to go down and it would go off, boring, no popcorn needed, put 2. So P. Spence, you thought something was going to happen today? I thought something was going to happen too. I mean, I thought it was overkill. I really thought it was overkill. And I even saw somebody today on my Facebook that they're like, okay, it's complete now. The treason is complete. He's sworn in. So sit back and watch. And it's like, oh my gosh, you guys. No, stop. Stop egging this shit on, all right? I'm like, I want Trump as president just as much as anybody else that's a Trump supporter. But I also know what's bullshit and what's not, okay? What's real and what's not. And I really didn't think anything was going to happen today. I mean, if anything was going, if the shit was going to hit the fan, this was the opportunity, and it didn't, did it? But I do think we'll have a problem with border militias again, being armed down there. It's one thing if you're, just observers down there, like like let's say Guardian Patriots. Okay, those are the good guys. Okay, they are just down there. They do their own thing. They watch and then they let Border Patrol know. And that's it. That's different than these. There's some of these other jackass groups that are down there, armed, guns pointed, everything at them. Like, I really don't think that we should be shooting them as civilians. That's something the military should be doing. I don't think we should be shooting anybody because you know what? We shouldn't be letting anybody over. But oh my God, it's insane. I can't believe we're having to go through this again. I really can't believe it. Like, they're that stupid that we're gonna have to go through this again. So I'm gonna be watching these caravans because I guarantee you there's gonna be another one once this first one gets through, and they see, oh yeah, we're good. Everybody's gonna start packing up again and rooting up. They're at least a few weeks out still, unless they all hop on the Beast train. That huge train. Do you remember them all, seeing them all on top of that train and hanging off the train? And unless they do that, or they start hopping on in the back of trucks, coming on with the freeways and things like that. It's gonna be a few weeks before they get here, but it's still, once that first caravan, they see that first caravan gets through, it's going to be one after another again. They're going to think it's a free-for-all. And I'm going to be here watching the border, and I'll be back down on the border if it continues, to keep you guys posted on what's coming over, because I've been there. I've seen firsthand them walk right over. They literally drive up and then hop right into Border Patrol trucks. And people like me or AZ Patriots or Guardian Patriots or any of the Patriot groups are going to be down there spotting them and pointing them out for Border Patrol. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing, because we're not going to do this again. This whole thing that we did in Phoenix. Oh no, I'm gonna get ugly. Like, I'm gonna get all up in somebody's face. All that whole church bullshit that we had up here, where they were all being busted to churches up here, and the churches were housing them, for a couple days and feeding them and clothing them, and then transfer them, and then they get sent off throughout the United States to their sponsor families, or the families they were trying to get to. I'm going to be the one following those buses again, letting you guys know what's going on the border. So hopefully you guys will all stick around with me. It's good to see all of you guys again. I know it's been a while since we talked about this kind of thing. If you haven't hit that like button, you guys make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on the caravans. Oh, hold up. Stop. Don't leave. Yep. I would have been like, oh shit, I can't believe I forgot to tell them this. Oh, hello. I gotta say thank you to the person that sent me this, because she knows who she is. You guys ready for this? You guys know Anthony, right? Anthony. El Pasoans' presence at Capitol Hill riot underscores issues of media legitimacy. Yep. And then there's his little picture. Anthony Guerra. Okay. So this is an article from, who is this from? Oh, KTSM.com. So it's a news station. It looks like NBC affiliate of some sort. Real quick, I got to tell you about this because you're going to shit. El Paso, Texas. An El Pasoan pretending to be an independent journalist may have used an illegitimate press pass to access the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th insurrection. Anthony Aguero, an El Pasoan who unsuccessfully ran for Texas's 16th congressional district, represented himself as an accredited journalist with the International Association of Press Photographers, IAPP, a company that sells press credentialing. KTSM 9 News spoke with freelance photographers for the New York Times, National Geographic, and Reuters, who all said they were unfamiliar with IAPP. IAPP is like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Okay. The value of any kind of professional group issuing credentials, remember, it's not a license to do just anything, said Al Tompkins, veteran journalist and faculty member at the Poynter, I don't know how that's pronounced, Institute. What those kinds of things generally do is give you a little credential, but it doesn't get you anywhere. All it does is get you thrown out a little more slowly, he added. Journalists with existing press credentials, whether it be KTSM, IAPP, or any other media company, must go through the Secret Service for Inauguration Day media access in order to comply with heightened security measures. Aguero has not responded to KTSM's requests for comment. And then it says, remember, press credentials are almost always issued by a police agency or law enforcement agency, Tompkins says. Supplying false information to a law enforcement agency is a crime. And if you supply false information to the Secret Service, it's a federal crime. The IAPP website acknowledges its professional photographer title is not protected by law and serves as a professional endorsement that helps a client increase chances to enter into partnerships with news organizations. According to the membership page on the IAAP website, the benefits of membership are thank you, Margot. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Margot. I just got a notification, a PayPal notification. I'm not monetized anymore, and so you can't do super chats anymore. But if you wanted to make a donation to the channel, you can always go through PayPal and use the email address Sharpie Marker, SHARPIE marker _ 1975 at Yahoo. Thank you for that. That was very sweet of you, honey. So what it's saying is their membership includes a network of experts that can quickly and efficiently answer your questions about the media industry, cooperation with other industry organizations, political bodies, journalists, and general public, and a free press pass, which is recognized internationally as well as a press pass vehicle ID. So basically, what this is you're paying for a little card that says media or press pass or press credentials or whatever it says, however they have it worded, and then a little hanger or sticker for your car that says press. Okay, you can totally make that in your house probably, but I just think it's interesting because I've talked to Anthony before briefly. I've sent him money before when he's for footage. I donate to him. He let me use a lot of his footage on the border on my channel, and I just shoot him over a donation every month. But I have seen some shady things too. So I don't know what to think of Anthony anymore. He's kind of stepped out of the border. Well, I haven't really watched him very much since the 16 since he ran in Texas and lost. I haven't really watched him much since then, so I don't really know totally what he's doing on the border right now. Maybe I should go snoop and go look, but I probably won't be using any of his on my channel just because censorship and whatnot. He's a little more controversial than I am. Yes, I know, Blazer. I saw that. We are getting named that now, which is funny. So he said that patriots are being called the T word. Okay. Yeah, we are getting labeled that. What's funny is, they called us deplorables before, with Hillary, and we own that. We're like, woo, we're deplorables, right? And then they called us the T word. That wasn't very smart. Because if we really owned up to the last name you gave us, what if we owned up to this one? Food for thought. I mean, they were probably safer calling us Smurfs or Teletubbies, and then we would have been like, you know. But what if we decide to live up to and own up to that, huh? What if some of them do? Because we lived up and owned up to deplorables, man. We're like, yeah. So, yeah, bye-bye California dream, illegals. Yeah, you know what you're going to find out in California, though, is that California, they're only going to put up with it so much, especially, you know, where I grew up, right, in Ventura County, where all the Richie Poos live, right near Malibu, okay? That's LA County, is Malibu. But they're only going to put up with it so long. Yeah, especially if they're mooching. Before suddenly they'll be not okay with it. Watch. Now AOC wants us to take special classes to convert us. Yeah, I read about that too. Yeah, because but we're the Nazis, right? That's us, right? Like I said, they're the biggest hypocrites ever that walk the face of this earth are U.S. Democrats. So anyway, I just wanted to, I almost forgot to tell you guys about that, but so I didn't know that I wasn't aware that he was at the Capitol, but apparently somebody figured out his press credentials were purchased. Oops. So anyway, now I'll wrap it up. You guys make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Hit the bell icon. That way you can see when I do a live stream to update you about the next Migrant Caravan or what this current Migrant Caravan is doing, because you know it's going to continue. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that information. I got to get back into my groove now for all this border stuff. I'm excited. I mean, I don't want them here, but I enjoy talking about it. So until the next live stream, you guys, peace out.